covering recruiting and the transfer portal for the Razorbacks. This is Inside Arkansas Recruiting with Dudley Dawson.
Welcome into the Inside Arkansas Recruiting Podcast presented by Lab Brewery. I'm your host, Dudley Dawson. In today's edition of Inside Arkansas Recruiting, we're going to take a look back at the weekend, or really the week that was. Obviously, first week of Ryan Silverfield's head coaching tenure at the University of Arkansas happened quickly from Monday when he got going by flipping four of the best recruits in Arkansas for the top six, as some have listed them. And three of those went out and won state titles this weekend, which was big for them. Danny Bill, the young man who's the consensus number one recruited player or hyped player, had 7 tackles as his team beat EPC 20-14 in their championship game. He had 1.5 sacks, 2.5 tackles for losses. And if you get the opportunity to go down to Little Rock and see the game or watched it on PBS channels there in Arkansas, you saw the unbelievable quickness that the young man has for his size, which is 6'5", 330. I think it's what he's playing at right now. So an outstanding win for him and his team. You've got to, if you're an Arkansas fan, you got to be happy he's headed this way instead of Oklahoma State, Ole Miss, and Missouri, which easily could have happened. 2 more Arkansas recruits from this week, signees this week, picked up wins as well. Bryant defensive end Corey Smith and tailback Terry Evans, both of Bryant. They had a big win over Bentonville. It's the 7th state title in 8 years for Bryant, and head coaches Buck James and current head coach Quad Sanders. Corey had 6 tackles, and Terry Evans had 5 carries for 73 yards. The running back with a 57-yard dash for a touchdown as they dominated Bentonville, who had been a great team all year. It was a matchup of 2 undefeated teams. Expected a great game. Bryant kind of got going early and kind of got it put away. But congratulations to them. Also, congratulations to Cedar Ridge, who won the 8-man football, a small classification title. That's where Los Angeles Lakers, Austin Reeves is from, and he led them to 3 state basketball titles back in the day. I think the last one was in 2016. Having an outstanding career for the Los Angeles Lakers. But someone that they're very proud of, and now they have a state title to hold as well in football. Also, a couple of other games. Shiloh Christian, 70-50 over Greenwood in what was the end of a great career for Kane Archer, the quarterback from Greenwood, and those young men down there that are on the team with him. He had won all 38 of his previous starting assignments for Greenwood. They have an unbelievable program. You have to give Shiloh a lot of credit for figuring it out offensively, being able to score all night on Greenwood. And Greenwood, as we said, getting 50 points in the Class A final, but it gave up 70. And so that was, kind of a bit of a surprise, but probably not the Shiloh Christian people who thought they'd been building throughout the year and getting better. One of the most impressive young men this weekend down in Little Rock was Hakeem Frampton, California native who moved to Little Rock and has actually done that twice, but he was there and got to play this year. He had 3 touchdown passes. He's a wide receiver, a 2027 guy, junior that is committed to Texas A&M. I'm sure that Arkansas will take a run at him if the coach already didn't know about him, and I'm sure he did. He made his name known there Saturday this weekend with an MVP performance, and is one of the bright young players in that 2027 class that we'll be bringing to you as we go along here and showing you their faces. We're still going to talk to some of the 2026 guys who signed, including the 2 Memphis commits who flipped to Arkansas. Expect to have them on early this week. So looking forward to that. Also, got to have some movement in the coaching circles. Right now, it looks like there may be one Arkansas coach that comes back. Tight end Morgan Turner. We're not for sure on that, but it looks like a completely different staff. Other than that, the offensive and defensive coordinators have reportedly been hired. Tim Cramsey is the offensive coordinator from that's out there. He was at Memphis with Coach Silverfield, and they've had very good offenses with Seth Hennigan, who's now in the NFL, and several other quarterbacks that they've been fortunate to work with and develop. And then it appears that Ron Roberts, who has been a defensive coordinator at Baylor, Auburn, Florida, and was at the one time the head coach at Georgia Southern, is going to be the defensive coordinator. He's somebody that Arkansas almost hired the previous time when they were ended up with T. Will. But now it looks like he's headed this way, as is the special teams coordinator in Chad Lunsford. Most recently at Auburn, he also has a lot of SEC experience. He would replace Scott Fountain, it looks like. So it'd be interested to see how he comes along. Obviously, Scott Fountain found some great field goal kickers. Some parts of the other special teams game weren't up to par, as fans would let you know a lot. But he has a real good relationship. Uh, Chad Lunsford does with a lot of the great kickers. So I expect that to be a place that Arkansas continues to have kickers, and obviously got a few coming back, and we'll see how it goes there. There has been some talk as well that Larry Smith, the Memphis running backs coach, would be coming here as well. He's still on the Memphis official list, so we'll hold off on that. Knowing for sure from that. On Sunday, offensive lineman Eric Mateos from Arkansas, who had done a really good job over the years that he's been here, basically wrote a classy post saying that he really enjoyed his time coming back, and so it appears that some people have been reporting also that he is not coming back. So that looks to be solidified with that statement. So that coaching staff is coming together. As they continue to get together, become official, we'll start looking at where that staff, be it from Memphis or other places, has been recruiting. Obviously, Arkansas is going to spend a lot of time recruiting the home state, the University of Arkansas, and also going to be able to look in some other areas. Obviously, they recruited Tennessee really well, but it looks to me, and doing some early research, they've recruited all over the Southeastern Conference footprint, so that would be good for getting the kids that you need to get to have success in the SEC, which we know now is a 16-team league. It is a behemoth that you have to run through, and obviously it's something that Coach Silverfield very well knows what he's getting into, and flipping the four kids that he did on Friday and signing 17 overall, 15 of the 15 position players, 2 specialists were in the class as well. May not be done with, and obviously everybody is moving into a vein now where you were going to have the transfer portal period January 2nd through 16th. That's going to be a big time. You see a lot of names that are unofficially in the transfer portal that are getting the names out there that they are going to be in the transfer portal. So these coaches all around the country can start watching film on them and kind of get an update on who they want to bring here. That's going to be key for the amount of success that Arkansas has next in the next season and many seasons ago, as it is now the way that many folks go with the situation with transfers and trying to get better quickly.
Covering recruiting and the transfer portal for the Razorbacks. This is Inside Arkansas Recruiting with Dudley Dawson.
As always, we want to thank our sponsor, Go Lab Brewery. Locations in Fayetteville and Lowell. As you can see on the screen there, 1215 Garland Avenue is the new one in Fayetteville. Goat Lab Red. It has quickly become the stopping point for pre-game, post-game, during game watch parties that they've had there during the football season. It's continued during basketball and will continue throughout all the seasons. Now that Arkansas has so many baseball games, I'm sure that they will be on televised. That is, they'll be on TV there as well. An outstanding thing that they've put together there, both in, as I said, in Fayetteville, and they also have a location in Lowell, the original Goat Lab, owned by Bill and Rhonda Adams. Big Razorback fans, big Razorback supporters who have really enjoyed getting that restaurant going in Fayetteville. A lot of great craft beer, a lot of great food, a very expansive menu in the Fayetteville one. Really good pizzas and some other stuff with craft beer at the location in Lowell, which is right next to the Grove Comedy Club, which is something they also own and continue to do a really good job at bringing in great comedians. And again, we really really appreciate them, their sponsorship, and look forward to to going there many more times and seeing a lot of Razorback fans, many who've found out about it, others that are just getting in there and seeing how much they like it. Should be a great time for, you know, with no matter the sport, to be able to be there, to have the camaraderie of the fans and all that. Football season is now behind, so maybe not as many losses as they took during that 10-game losing streak. But maybe some more happier times, especially basketball, the way they're playing here lately. Big win for them over Louisville, and then you kind of look forward to what they're going to have the rest of the season. Two big games with Texas Tech and Houston coming up in the near future, and I know those will both be on TV at Goat Lab Brewery, just like the Inside Arkansas Live is every day there at noon in the Fayetteville location. Again, 1214 Garland Avenue there in Fayetteville. Again, really appreciated them helping us out with the sponsorship and helping us get the word on recruits out to the fans. Before we get out here today, I want to go over a few more things. Jordan Harris is a young man from Maumelle, the edge rusher that has had such a really good season for Arkansas. He was on the show with here, great young man. He was committed to Arkansas and then started to look around, and he and his brother both signed with Appalachian State, and the Appalachian State's head coach is former Razorback Dal Loggins, who not only was played here but also was also an assistant coach here during the time before he went to South Carolina, and he also is a interesting things about him. He's also was born in Newport, where I am. So we're greyhounds from back in the day and he's done and gone and now the head coach at Appalachian State. So we wish Jordan well, and certainly Dal Loggins as well as it comes along. Arkansas also this weekend jumped into the fray, a recruiting fray, for a young man named Aston Gieto, who is a five-star defensive end in the 2027 class, someone who already had 47 offers until this weekend on Sunday when Arkansas offered him. They became his 48 offer. You may say, why getting in there on a guy that obviously has so many offers and all that? Well, you can't. You get none of the prospects that you don't offer. And if Arkansas is going to improve on the football field, they've got to get it done off the football field with recruiting and in putting your name in there. He is a young man that's a sophomore at the Bowl School in Jacksonville, Florida. Somebody that an Under Armour All-American, was named a Max Prep All-American as a sophomore. He's team one this weekend. They're headed to the state championship. And I know they're looking forward to that. And now Arkansas is in the mix of recruiting on him. I'm sure we will hear a lot more 2027, and I should say he's a 2028 recruit, but a lot of 2027 new offers going out. It's been made clear by Coach Ryan Silverfield that he's going to concentrate on Arkansas. I think that Monday where he flipped those four kids showed that he's going to put his money where his mouth is. Literally, now that it's a transactional business here. We'll wait and see how the money for the NIL and transfer portal comes along. Obviously, there was some discussion by AD Hunter Yurchek about how there was money that had been tagged for that and moving from different situations. Others had talked about investing. We'll wait to see how all that pans out. But we all know that these days it's not about X's and O's, it's about Jimmy's and Joe's, and you got to pay money to go out and get Jimmy's and Joe's. And I repeat, this is an Arkansas program that beat Texas Tech in a bowl game last year. 12 months ago, Texas Tech goes out, buys them four defensive linemen, spends their money well. They have obviously got a lot of landman money down there, as it's been called. They did a really good job in hitting on those transfer portal recruits. That's something that Arkansas is going to have to do as well. A really good high school class when you feel like what it could have been if they hadn't gotten those four kids that they did at the end. Again, four of the top six players in Arkansas. And all those kids come from winning programs, which I think is big. Shout out to Tucker Young, an offensive lineman who signed with Arkansas as well. His Hot Springs Lakeside team got beat by Akeem Frampton's Joe T. Robinson team, but they had a great year down there at Lakeside. And it's someone that I know Arkansas is glad there's going to be up here. One of the offensive linemen that he looks the part, plays the part, a lot of pancakes, as they say. He has done a really good job down there. One of the offensive linemen that Arkansas was able to get in a class again that has 17. Uh, it will continue to follow things, and things change daily. Recruiting staff, support staff will all be getting in here and getting named during this month, and I'm sure in the next week or so we'll have a much clearer picture of what is going on there. But some interesting hires so far, or at least rumors of interesting hires, and we'll continue to follow that as we build recruiting. We appreciate everyone watching and listening to the Inside Arkansas Recruiting Podcast presented by Go Lab Brewery. We've got a lot of great programming here at Inside Arkansas. Covering football, baseball, basketball. Guys do a great job. We get it on here with immediacy. We're able to talk and do a lot of different things that gets it right to the fans. I'm certainly a veteran of the newspaper and magazine. Uh, Wars from back in the day, and yeah, but I enjoy the immediacy of getting this out there and being able to talk about the recruits, of being able to talk about the games right after they're over with, and doing the pregame shows that they do before the games, and we'll continue to do that. Continue to get the best quality content we can. And as I always close and saying, remember, yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift. Let's go out and do something to make the world a better place.